I was going on to Coach Ice with Internal Belief Fitness. I just got done grocery shopping. I just felt like it was imperative to give you guys an outline of what exactly, I shop for, especially within my particular journey as I'm focusing on recomposition. This was a whopping around $321. I typically don't spend that much when I grocery shop. I got really low, and so I just want to make sure I stocked up. And so I'm gonna give you guys just a full rundown from right to left. To break things down, I always like to have some form of breakfast. Italian sausages, these are just really good just because it gives me a good taste, high in protein. They're still really high on the end of the sodium and cholesterol, so you just want to be mindful of that. I like to break those down in half, but then that's why I also had switched it up with an alternate with these chicken sausages as well. Great, high in protein. A lot of the meals here that you're gonna see just consistent of low or moderate carbs and very high in protein. Had to get my vegetables. I got a variety of different flavors from green, yellow, red. These are really good. I use these within the meats as well as my breakfasts. I ended up getting these. I typically get these every blue moon. The carne asada. I shop at Winco. It's very convenient just because it's right up the street from where I live. And then I got this ground whopping 93% lean and then 7% fat. This one's really good just because it saves me money over time. I cut it down to about 3 or 4 different sections, switch it up, but just a variety of things from burgers. I mix it in with some form of rice. It's just a good source of protein that you can just use for so many different kind of foods. What I want to point out really is that it comes down to one thing, keeping it simple, yet understanding that you can be able to use a lot of these meals to be able to mix and pull, mix and match, right? A lot of times we kind of think that, oh man, it's redundant eating the same foods, but naturally we kind of do. This is one of the top breads that's out there in my personal opinion. This is the softest bread, correct me if I'm wrong. But, I like to have those on a day where, I might have to substitute with a morning workout, so I might use those. But these right here, they're not the best in taste, but when I talk about they're high in protein, it's about 5 grams per slice, and it's hardly in the carbs, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give it out to my keto, guys and girls that's out there that likes these. It's definitely gonna put you on for sure. And then when it comes to my carbs, I keep it simple. I like to use some form of potatoes or rice. Like I said, I'm very strict and very plain when it comes to the kind of foods that I eat. But to me, it's everything. You gotta have you some yogurt, you know what I'm saying? I like the ones where they came in a packet, they just didn't have those. And next on the list, you gotta have your spinach. I love to put this within my breakfast. Anyone that knows me, man, you know that I love a breakfast sandwich. You really can't go wrong with it, man. To me, I don't have a problem eating the same thing over and over.